In this video, I'm reacting to cold approaching girls in the street from my experience after approaching 3,500 girls in the last 2 years and going on 405 dates with 201 different girls. Of course, I have proof for all of this. I have recordings, I have photos, videos, everything is there, and I'm going to give you my raw feedback in this video.
Excuse me, sorry to bother you. Sorry, you can't hear. Oh, sorry.
Well, first of all, props to this guy for posting this on YouTube and mostly for approaching girls in the street. Most men never do this, so that's props to him. Still, I'm going to give you my feedback and the things that I would have done differently. First thing here, he's approaching from the frame of, hey, sorry, oh, sorry to interrupt you, sorry. Like, she's already, like, her frame is here. Like, she's in the pedestal. She's here, he is here. Right? So that's not the right frame to approach a girl. Now, this may work, especially if you are a nice looking guy, tall, all of these things. But if you don't have the looks going on for you, there are other things that you need to, use to try to get the girl attention. So usually he's, by the way, approaching the girl from the back. I recommend approaching the girl from the front, ideally fully from the front or 45-degree angle, so at least she can see you while you are going to approach her. And then once you have her attention and she has taken her headphones out, which is this case, then you can deliver your compliment.
I was just over there on a phone call and you walked by me. I just thought you were so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I just really wanted to say hi.
Oh.
Yeah, if you're busy or something. This is called the point.
If you are busy or something. So basically, again, what's the frame here? He saw this girl, he's telling her, you are so beautiful. I just really want to tell you that, just tell you that. But still, if you're busy, it's okay. So basically, what's he saying to the girl? Like, I don't believe I'm as high value as you. Like, you are here, I'm here. That's what he's saying, implicitly, right?
Stop. It's very effective in busy cities where, yeah, if you're busy or something. This is called the point and stop. It's very effective in busy cities where people are on the go. You divert all of their attention backwards and they are 80% more likely to turn around and engage.
Well, there's 80% more likely to turn around and engage. I'm not sure where you got these statistics from. I'm pretty sure there is not a single study covering this. Definitely, because not many people do Daygame. But I wouldn't say that's true. In my experience, if I'm approaching the girls from the back, again, they're with the sunglasses, they're with the cap, they're with the headphones in, they're likely not going to see you. And even if they see you, unless you're like super good looking or something, like, they're just not going to stop. They're going to continue walking. You have to have other things going on in your life, gentlemen. So then she kind of perceives you as interesting, right? Especially if your looks aren't that good. If you're like an average looking guy, slightly below or slightly above average, you have to show her other traits that you have in your personality, right? And the things that would make her choose you. Maybe you are a nice provider, you can provide, you can make good money, you have nice status, you can protect her, you are a nice boxer, you are charismatic, you can get away with problems, you can solve things, you are smart. All of these things you have to deploy in the conversation, right? And the only thing the girl can see before you talk to her is your body and your physique and your looks. So if you're approaching her from the back and she kind of looks at you, glances back, and like what she sees doesn't really like, which is what most of us have going on in our lives, then she's just going to continue go walking, right? So you have to stop her a bit more strong.
Like, I won't take up too much of your time, but yeah, I just wanted to say hey.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Yeah.
Good day.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. How's your day going before this then?
Again, it's like it seems, what's the frame here? Oh, really? Oh, cool. It's like you are very easy to impress.
Was it bad or?
No, it was
You're just like interviewing, asking questions.
fine. It was standard.
Okay. Standard.
What I usually recommend is, again, one thing you did right, by the way, here is go direct, which is nice. I like to go direct as well. But I would use any assumptions that you can use for all of the girls. You don't need to have assumptions for each girl. You can just make an assumption about this girl. You look so relaxed that I thought you were coming from fitness training and you're just demolished now, about to watch a movie. Whatever, just make it up, okay? If you make assumptions, it's not looking needy and it's not looking like you are just interviewing her, right? It's okay to ask questions, yes, it's okay, but once I have delivered my compliment, which, by the way, he just said so beautiful. That was his compliment. Usually I prefer to say something along the lines of, surprisingly cute, innocently adorable, like something that just makes her wonder, like, why suspiciously cute, right? At least this gives you more points to talk about, right? Instead of you having been forced to ask questions.
Protocol. Yeah, I'm Aaron. Bro, she literally...
You just tell her your name. Yeah, by the way, I'm Aaron. Usually I just ask their name first after like some minutes of interaction, not just in the beginning. But again, this name thing is okay.
Literally said to me that you made my day. You guys go around thinking that you're going to be scaring girls, you're going to be a burden on people.
Of course, yeah. This happens many times. Even if, and this is something you can do, gentlemen, with your paradigm shifts, right? If you think approaching girls is cringe, just change your paradigm. Because remember, if you have this particular paradigm, that's going to determine the actions you take. And if you think approaching girls is cringe, then you are going to feel cringe if you approach girls, and therefore you are not going to take the action. You are not going to perceive approaching girl as an option, correct? So what you would need to do is change your base paradigm. And you can just say to myself, okay, maybe approaching a girl is, a bit uncommon, but at least if I get rejected, at least I can make her day and I can make her happier today. This way you see how it's much easier to approach a girl.
Hey, I'm Charlotte.
Charlotte, nice to meet you. Charlotte's the one of my favorite...
Yeah, it seems like you are rushing into every word. Charlotte, calm. We don't need to always talk. We can also have some silences. And this is a mistake that I used to make before, which I was just talking too much. Especially because I had the fear of, if I stop talking, what's going to happen? The girl is leaving. So let me not stop talking, and I just continue and yapping. And then you realize that when you stop talking, most of the girls don't leave.
band is called Good Charlotte.
Of course, if you stop talking 3 minutes, then...
Yeah.
So I would never forget your name now, actually.
I would never forget your name now. I mean, this could be perceived as banter, funny, but what's the frame here? You are putting her here on a pedestal.
Yeah. What are you up to today?
I was just going grocery shopping.
Oh, okay. Where do you shop over here?
Interview questions. Just have a few stacks, have a few assumptions that you have pre-made that are applicable to every girl, but at the same time they sound personalized. And then you just, whenever you don't have any idea what you're going to say, just drop the assumption there. At least it doesn't seem like you're just interviewing all the time. Because again, this time, this may be working for this guy, but because she probably likes you physically, right? If that's not the case, and if you have to win her over through, qualifying. By the way, when I say qualifying, you should not qualify overtly. You should not say, oh, by the way, I have a business. By the way, I have this Lamborghini. No, never. Because then it looks needy. It loses its impact. You have to plant some baits that then she asks you a question on, and then you can qualify. For example, let's say you have a business which is considered to be a DHV, a display of high value, and some girls may perceive that, okay, this guy has his own business, he's an entrepreneur, blah, blah, blah. So instead of saying, oh, I have a business, then what I would say is, I like that you're a lawyer, but what I do is so completely different, for example. And then she would probably ask, oh, what do you do? And then, yeah, I run a business. I downplay it. And now I'm qualifying, but it doesn't look like I'm qualifying.
Whole Foods.
Oh, got you. Okay, I live in
Again, got you. It's like too much reaction. You can be fully chill.
Hoboken. I just took the path in today. I'm meeting a buddy over at the stupid Nespresso coffee shop. But I'm gonna get there and tell him, like, bro, I don't need your overpriced coffee. We're just gonna go grab lunch somewhere else.
Nice.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Perfect day for it.
This is probably like the best weather.
Yeah.
I think if God came down and said, like, Aaron, you can choose like one weather for all eternity, it would be.
Okay, nice conversation here. Like, gentlemen, you don't need to have like lines, like super. When I say lines, I mean for the normal conversation part of the interaction, you don't need to be like super witty, super funny all the time, play these games. You don't need to. You can just have normal conversation. That's what this guy is doing now, and that's totally fine. Something that I would start doing here is display some DHVs, like drop some baits, so then she perceives you as someone that is high value, right? She perceives you, okay, this guy travels a lot, this guy has this business, this guy has access to these things. And by the way, if you don't have a business, if you don't travel a lot, you can always put spin on things. Make a list, make a document of all of the things that you consider could be high value from the eyes of the girls, right? And then you put a spin on things, you make it sound better, and then you deploy them in the conversation. What's the point of talking with a girl? We are trying to get her on a date with the right frame, so then she's attracted to us.
Today, you know, like it's good, yeah. Well, enjoy your grocery shopping.
Thank you.
You want to we should get to know each other.
You want to we should get to know each other. That sounds a bit that you are doubting about it, right? And I'm sure, I mean, this guy seems he's done a few approaches, so I'm sure he's watching this video and he already knows this was a mistake. But you should go more direct, more confident, right? There are two ways you can say this. If she's like a very experienced girl, let's say you're an American girl and she's like, say, 27 and she's probably been around the block for some time, blah, blah, blah. You can just tell her, look, I have to go now meet my friend. Or I have to go now, I have to attend this business meeting. Or I have to do this that you would be considered to be high value, right? I have to do this business meeting. But let's do one thing. I'm going to take your number and you and I, another day, we are going on a date. You just say that and you shut the okay? That's one option. Or you can tell her, I'm going to text you later, and then we are going on a date another time. I can't now because I have to meet my friend, but I will text you later. Right? If the girl is very feminine, is more inexperienced, and you think going straight for the word date would be too much, in that case you could say, I have to go now meet my friend, I will take your number, or your WhatsApp, or your Telegram, whatever, or your iMessage, whatever it is. I'm going to text you later, and we are going for a coffee another day. I check these coffee places that I like, whatever, right? You can just say, change the date for coffee or for drinks.
Okay.
Let's grab a drink or something. We can text first, maybe like a little FaceTime date, because as of right now, I'm a complete stranger.
Okay, so these things, what's the point of saying them? Like, yeah, you could build some trust there. I'm a complete stranger. But she already knows you're a complete stranger, right? So if you are telling her, it's rare that we meet, then she's probably going to feel like that. But if your vibe, everything feels like you already know each other for many months, that's what she's going to feel. We have to keep in mind here, gentlemen, it's not the same treating with girls and with men. Like, we are very rational as men. Girls are not so rational. They are more emotional, right? So you cannot convince them to, okay, we just met, maybe you are not feeling the connection yet, or you are not feeling the trust yet. That's why we are going to have a FaceTime first. That seems like too calculated, too rational. Something that you would say to a guy in a sales call when you want to close them on a deal, because that would work on a guy, as we are very rational. But girls are a bit different. So they usually feel what you make them feel, not what you say.
But I think if we did like a 20-minute FaceTime day, I think you'd like me twice as much as now.
Okay,
So,
sure.
okay, cool, yeah. I'll, so many...
Again, you would like me twice as much as now. Like, what's the frame again? You're putting her here, we're here, right? You would like me because I'm good, not good. Also,
guys with half the results that I have from Daygame would say things like, why did you qualify yourself so hard right there, blah, blah, blah. These are called statements of empathy. As I went for that date, I could really see in her body language and in her face that it's obvious we didn't have that much connection here. And so I threw in these statements of like, hey, I totally know that we just met.
makes sense rationally, but it doesn't really work that way in real life.
You know, hey, maybe, you know, we could have a FaceTime day. I'm acknowledging this and having empathy for her situation.
And this is a mistake that I made so many times, just trying to rationally convince girls of things. Now, if this were to work on any particular girl, I would say it's going to work mostly on American girls, okay? Because they are a bit more masculine, which they are a bit more rational than feminine Eastern European girls, right?
Good. Yeah, I'll put your number. Don't judge my Star Wars background.
A little bit.
It's just a phase right now that I'm going.
What's the point? I mean, what's the point of saying that? Like, again, it's a bit funny, okay. But I don't think that's... It's something that could make her not attracted to you. And what's the upside? There is no upside.
True. So okay, hold on, and then
I think this guy can get away with these things because he's nice looking, he's tall, he seems attractive. So if you don't have some of these qualities going on for you, like there are a few things that I would not emulate, like the Star Wars thing. Like girls usually want someone that can provide for them and can protect them and just can take care of them. Now, of course, this guy, he's probably using sarcasm here with funny and witty with Star Wars. But generally speaking, you have to be very careful with these particular lines or advice you take, because if you implement them the right way with the wrong tonality, with the wrong particular things, it's going to mess everything up for you.
we'll do that. If I handed you an Android, would you refuse to put your number in it?
I would have judged you.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a green flag. What's your phone case?
What's the point on asking that?
It's just.
Oh, well,
Again, it's like you are reacting too much.
I was gonna say that's okay. So that's weird because then you have the. I'm gonna play the rest of the video. I don't this video that you like, Daygame.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. Real quick, that you're a local, right?
Yeah.
How long you lived in the city?
On and off.
Quick thing, you are always having your full attention in the girl. You're always looking at her, pointing your feet towards her. You want to switch things up. Sometimes you want to look away. You want to just let your eyes wander. Of course, remember, we are entering the interaction from a position of not power, of we are weaker than her because we are just going up to her, walking up to her with the chances of she rejecting us, and we are telling her how nice she looks. So the power dynamic is up here, right?
Like.
How long you lived in the city?
So if we are looking at her on date all the time, it's like we are validating her. It's like she's already sold on us. But basically, we are already sold on her. So basically, we like her so much that it doesn't matter what she does. Like we just like her and we are up for her, whatever, right? Whereas if you start pointing your feet away from her and just let your body swing a bit more, let your eyes wander, then she starts wondering, okay, am I not good enough now? Or you keep the mystery going. You get my point?
On and off, like close to 5 years.
Okay.
Why?
Gotcha. Cool. I was just curious. Yeah. I feel like since I've moved, I was in Austin before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
No.
You didn't.
No. I moved during like the hype years where everybody was like moving to Austin during like the pandemic.
Yeah.
He's having a nice conversation now. Just chill, which is good.
And it's a cool city, but when that kind of wears off, and then now the world's open and you're just like in 110 degrees in June.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like
You're missing opportunities, I think, to display high value here. I was traveling. I was with my girlfriend here. I was traveling with my buddies. We were doing a business trip here. We were in the Maldives. When you're talking about it, you really have to have things that you can just deploy as stories or as facts that then is going to have the picture of you, right? Doing these things and being higher value and being able to, she's going to maybe picture herself with you in those trips.
miserable.
I want to visit. That's why I was asking.
Oh, it's great to visit. And that influenced my decision.
Yeah.
I had been on like 3 vacations there
Okay, this is good. You are just 3 vacations.
in the past.
Got it.
And so you have the best weekends ever. You're like, this is great. It's got the
By the way, this guy is doing a great job in terms of projecting his voice.
river. It's got everything.
Like, he seems like a nice guy to be around. Like, I would want this guy to be my friend. He's like talkative, he's nice, right? But again, with girls, if they don't find you that attractive, there are a few things that I would change.
But then, yeah, when you're just living the life you're living right now, but it's 110
Yeah.
for 4 months, you're like, it sucks. And it's not on the ocean, so
Yeah. Fair.
All right, we'll get your food.
Okay, now last thing I need to say here is I got her number and then I opened up whole new dynamics of conversation. I talk about the phone case. I started asking her about where she's from. The reason I did this was because I could tell we hadn't established a deep enough connection yet. So I wanted to get that number, solidify the date, and then
The deep enough connection doesn't come from commonalities. I've gone on hundreds of dates, and girls that I have the most connection with, most of the time we don't have anything in common. They're just fully opposite, right? I'm masculine, They are feminine. I'm strong. They are not strong. Right? I like meat. I like these things. They don't like it that much. Or I don't like to cook. They like to cook. You know.
Go even further into connection. With Daygame, the goal is connection. Again,
Well, with Daygame, the goal is to try to have everything in your favor for when you later go on the date, right? Because most guys think, okay, I got this girl's number, and then I'm not going on a date with her. Therefore, the mistake should be on the texting. But that's not the case most of the time. We are very rational, right? We think, okay, we got the number, now I cannot take her for a date. I fucked up on the texting. That's a mistake. Not always. In fact, most of the girls, even if they give you the number or the contact, doesn't necessarily mean they're willing to go on a date with you, right? So the aim is to put everything in your favor, so then it's easier to take her on a date with the right frame.
again, guys, please just comment anything.
Let me know if you're liking these videos, gentlemen. Let me know in the comments, because I will be making more. If not, I won't. Give a like and subscribe. You have on the description's first link is the North free dating system, so you can just check it out and judge it by yourself. And yeah, hopefully you found this useful, gentlemen. Props to this guy for approaching girls and recording this and putting it on YouTube. So take care.